Holiday travel is hectic enough without having to manage your pets. Today we're going to look at some important considerations and strategies to help make travel with your pets as easy as possible. Ian here with Simpawtico Dog Training, and before we dive into those travel tips, please make sure you're subscribed so you never miss any of our videos. And don't forget to check that YouTube description below for notes, links, and resources about the stuff we talked about. Now, this is part 3 of our Travel Trios series. Whether for the holidays, vacations, or business, you're going to have to make decisions about your pets. Before, we looked at leaving your pet at a boarding facility or with a pet sitter. And if you missed those videos, I'll link to them in the YouTube description. In this one, part 3, we'll be looking at some important points for taking your dog with you, so let's dive in. First and foremost, know the vets where you're going. Do some research. Ask people you know in the destination for recommendations. Look up potential places on Google local searches for that area and look them up on the Better Business Bureau's website. If you're a frequent visitor to a specific area, have a vet in that location. You'll have your regular vet at home and an emergency vet where you travel. Call up the emergency vet where you'll be going and get in their system now before you need them. If bad stuff goes down, the process shouldn't be hung up on stupid paperwork. This point becomes especially critical if you travel with other pets besides your dogs or cats. Make sure the vet you choose can handle your small pets, birds, and exotics. Bring along a master travel document. This is a piece of paper with your contact info, your travel plans, vet info, pet info, and special needs in case you get into an accident or are otherwise incapacitated. If you cannot speak for your pets, this document will help professionals care for them appropriately. If you are incapacitated, your pets will most likely be taken to a shelter for the time being, not a vet. So give the shelter staff the tools they need to take good care of your babies. In this vein, remember that whomever is caring for your pets in an emergency may not be experienced or equipped to deal with exotics. If you're bringing other pets with you, carry an exotic pet formulary. This book will help them prescribe medicines and treatments. Make a note of it on your master travel document. It's a good idea also to list the contact information of someone who can make decisions about your pets on your behalf. Other than that, some travel basics still apply. Take towels and a car seat cover. You'll need to clean up pets before they get into the car and protect your upholstery. Bring cleaning supplies for car sickness, such as paper towels and a disinfectant. Have an animal first aid kit. Consider your dogs, cats, and any small pets or exotics you may have brought with you. What works for your dog may not work for your guinea pig. Carry Benadryl for when dogs and cats get worked up or antsy during long trips. If you're traveling with gifts during the holidays, don't make them accessible to the pets. Consider shipping packages. On many occasions, gifts have arrived at the destination pretty worse for the wear. Treats are not a good idea while you travel. Not only can they upset sensitive tummies, but many dogs get nervous on car rides and may even bury the treat in your upholstery. That's always fun. Consider specialized vaccines for where you travel. Are you going somewhere with a high concentration of ticks? Get a Lyme vaccine. Consult your vet and/or the vet where you're going for recommendations. Some kind of car restraint is also strongly recommended. Not only does it protect them in a crash, but in some places it's the law. For example, in New Jersey, it's illegal for dogs to be in the front seat. Good car restraints will keep them from moving about the vehicle unsafely. It's a good idea to familiarize yourself with the laws of both your destination and the places you'll be traveling through. And that brings us to the last thing I want to talk about. You need to be aware of breed-specific legislation. Depending on the kind of dog you have and where you're traveling, this could be a sticky issue. Now, all of us dog lovers know that BSL is high-density, radioactive bullshit. But that doesn't change the fact that you will be subject to those ordinances if you travel. Be aware of BSL and understand that it can change from county to county. Just seeing pet-friendly on the map isn't good enough. There will be some places you may not even be allowed to stop. Check destination regulations and the regulations of all the places you'll be traveling through. Maryland, for example, is the first state in the US to enact breed-specific legislation. I have a very close friend, a fellow pet professional, who owns 2 of the nicest pit bulls you've ever met, and a state trooper basically approached her at a rest stop and said, "Hit the road, lady." If you have a breed that some areas prohibit or discourage, make sure that you have a piece of paper that says what your dogs answer to, that they are friendly, and that they respond to basic commands. They do respond to basic commands, right? This paper should be part of your master travel document. Also, list any certifications your dog may have. For example, this is Penelope. She's been one of my students for years. She's super friendly, she's a canine good citizen, she's also a community canine good citizen. She responds to all basic commands and walks politely on a leash. So your document may say something like, my dog's name is Penelope, she's friendly and responds to basic commands, she's an AKC certified canine good citizen and a community canine good citizen. Include copies of these certificates, as some people may not be immediately familiar with them. Documenting your pet's certifications could go a long way towards improving a sticky situation. You'll probably be asked to leave, but in states where law enforcement has been authorized to euthanize animals on scene, best to avoid as much trouble as possible. And as we've stressed in the previous two videos, make sure your pets are identified and up to date on vaccines. These two items are not optional. Whether you leave your pets with a sitter at a facility or you take them with you, make sure you're smart and prepared about things. This is for both you and your fur babies. So I have a question for you. What are your favorite tips for travel or for boarding or for hiring a pet sitter? I'm sure you've all got little tips, tricks, and hacks that we didn't think of, so let's pool our collective knowledge in those comments. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if it helped you out, and as always, keep learning, keep practicing, and we'll see you next time. Safe travels to you, and thanks for watching.